Hello, welcome to the Manic Pixie Dream Vlog. I'm your host, Caroline Georges, and welcome. So, I'm kind of in a mood. I lost my job recently, and, which I'm going to get into, how I got fired, why I got fired, is it wrong? Yes. And then go into maybe it's a good time to get out now before the movie Hustlers comes out. Actually, it already has. Shit. Perfect timing. Anyways, yeah, so I'll probably, if there's a certain statute of limitations for the shit that I was doing, you know what I mean? So I'm sure at some point I'll be able to talk about, like, everything that went on at the club, you know what I mean? But at this point, I still want to be a little bit discreet about, about what working at a strip club, entails for if you're a hustler and if you're a money maker and if you make money, then, there's a line drawn between legal and illegal, and which line was I on? I think what I did was completely legal. I'm fine with all of my choices. I have no regrets. I have some regrets, but, and I've talked about it. I've had some regrets. I've had, clients that I feel like I really, reached into their pockets way too deep, and while they were very vulnerable and very unhappy, and, I'm gonna regret these things for the rest of my life, and I'm gonna feel bad and wish I did things differently for the rest of my life. And, but most of the clients, the vast majority of them, seriously, these guys were the worst of the worst. Fuck them. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not a bad person for, these guys could afford, somebody fucking with them every once in a while. I'm sorry. It is what it is. And, anyways, but, so I lost my job for hustling. Basically, I asked a guy for a tip. He got pissed. He took off and went and complained to the manager that I asked for a tip. And, it's so unfair. You have to hustle guys for money. You have to. That's how you make money being a stripper, is by asking them for tips, asking them for cash, asking. Always asking for more. Always asking for more money. That is what hustling is. And I'm sorry, that is what stripping is. That is how you make a living as a stripper, is you ask clients for money. And I was, I didn't know, I did okay. You know what I mean? I don't do extra. I've always been very strong and willed on that. I've had some good offers, y'all. I've had some good fucking offers. And once I thought about it, once it was $25,000, and you know what? I thought about it. But by the time, I don't know. I just sort of thought about it, and then the opportunity left. I didn't have the opportunity anymore, or I didn't have the option to accept the $25,000 to sleep with somebody that I would not want to sleep with, would not want to do that with. That would be very wrong and unnatural, and that would be awful. That would be an awful experience. That would be like being raped. That would be like somebody's paying you to rape you. That's what it would feel like. And having that experience in my life, that would be extremely hard for me. And so, but I thought about it once. That's it. And, so anyways, but you make a decent amount of money with generous drunk men who, are willing to give you as much cash as you want, and they like it. They like it. A client, bought me my mattress, my furniture, my dresser, you know what I mean? A client, once he got me these really nice earrings, I got a really nice pair of earrings from a client. I think they were just like topazes or something like that, but they were expensive, and, it's gold and stuff. And so, it's very nice. And, I appreciated it. And, once a client bought me a Chanel wallet right in the VIP room. He didn't want to tip me cash. And I was like, well, how about you buy me something on Amazon? And he was like, okay, what do you want? And I was like, I want a Chanel clutch. And he got me a Chanel clutch right there in the VIP room. I ended up selling it. I was really desperate for cash, and I ended up having to sell it, but, I took really good care of it. I really loved it, And that's what those kind of things are there for, is if you need a little extra money, you just sell something that you have that's valuable. Yeah, but I really love that Chanel clutch. But I mean, where it came from, it didn't come from anyone special. You know what I mean? It's not like it was, from a dear friend or family member, or from a boyfriend, it was from a client, it didn't, I liked it a lot. I loved it, but it doesn't matter, because who gave it to me? Who gave it to me doesn't matter. And, so yeah, but I lost my job and it's been awful. My boyfriend is supporting me right now. Which feels awful. I feel awful. I feel like a child. I feel like a child having to ask my boyfriend to support me and him having to agree to support me. And it's just, I mean, he was happy to do it. He's happy to do it. He likes taking care of me, but still having to ask, like it was the worst. It was the worst feeling in the world. And I I'm too old. I'm just too old for this. I shouldn't be here. This shouldn't be where I'm at right now. And it sucks that I am. I feel like I feel like a child. And, yeah. I've been really struggling with comedy. I've just been hosting. I have a job hosting open mics Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the Hollywood Comedy Cafe in Hollywood. And this guy, Joe Menente, has just been so great to me and just hiring me and just giving me this chance and stuff so I can practice comedy for free. But basically, I'm only can afford it like on these days, so I've been only going 3 days a week. But I mean, I'm hosting, multiple mics and stuff like that, so I'm getting my time in, I guess, but I can't go on the other days. I really can't afford it right now. It's hard not being able to afford things. It's been awful. And I have my last episode of my podcast paid for, so Josh Potter is going to be the guest, and he's a really big name, and he's a really funny guy, and he's been honestly one of the most genuine and sweet people I've met in the comedy scene so far. Really one of the most sweet and genuine. Really good person. And he's been really nice and really supportive, and he really thinks I'm very funny, and that's just meant the world to me. And I went to a comedy club and I ran into a comic who I'm a fan of. I'm a really big fan of his comedy, and I've seen him perform a lot of times and stuff. And so I decided to say hi to him, and he and I got to talking, and he just out and said the most incredible thing. I'm not going to say his name or give it away, but this guy, he just said the most amazing thing. He just said, I'm really struggling. I have a fear of death. And he just out and said that to me. Like, this is the second time I think we've officially met, second or third time we've met. And he just said that. Like, just out in the open, just like, you know what, that I have anxiety, and I'm having anxiety because I fear death. And he doesn't feel like he's done enough. He doesn't feel like he's done enough. He doesn't feel like he's accomplished enough, and he feels like he's going to die tomorrow and not have done enough. He doesn't know what an amazing way. He shouldn't fight that, That's an amazing way to be. He's going to live a very rich, full life because he has that attitude. And he seems like the kind of person that really lives his life to the fullest. And, but that was just really amazing. And I have a fear of not having a baby. I really have a fear of that I die not having a child, not being able to experience motherhood. And I really related to him on that. Ugh, gosh. So much is going on. I don't know what I'm going to be without stripping. I don't know what I'm going to do without stripping. I mean, I know what I'm going to do. I've applied for Uber. I'm going to be an Uber driver. Oh my God, I'm so scared. I'm terrified. I'm so scared. I have been waking up crying every day. Like, just, I'm still waiting for my background check and for all of the papers to go through. But once I do, like, that's what I'm gonna fucking do. Like, holy shit. Like, holy fucking shit. You know, and I've gotten a lot of encouragement. I know a lot of other people, comics who go to open mics and stuff, who drive Uber to supplement their income and stuff, and they say that it's, you know, been a lifesaver for them and it's been really supportive of them and stuff. But I don't know. People can be mean. It's like, if I drive at night, I'm risking getting raped. You know what I mean? It's just like, like, it's scary. It's scary, you know? And, so I'm not going to drive at night, I guess. And so, but I've been told that the best time to drive during, when you're driving Uber is in the morning, apparently, because that's when prices go up, and that's when you're constantly getting rides and stuff. And I guess that makes a lot of sense. Ugh. Anyways, I don't really have a whole hell of a lot to say, except, I don't know, I went out partying with a friend. I really needed to indulge, and I don't know. I'm that kind of person. I like to party sometimes. I like to have fun. I don't know. It's kind of a part of who I am. I mean, for the most part, I'm pretty introverted. I like to stay inside, you know. I'm a total indoor person, you know, but at the same time, like, I really do like to just, I have this friend who's very pretty. She's very, very pretty. And so when she and I go out, we get, like, I met her the other night, and it was ridiculous. So she was there, and she was surrounded by a table of 5 Armenian guys just surrounding her, talking to her, buying her drinks. Like, it was crazy. She's such a flirt. She's so beautiful and stuff, and it's so hilarious to me. And I got there, and there were these 5 Armenian guys there who were just, you know, showing her a good time, yeah, and so she and I, not the other night, but over the weekend, when my boyfriend was out of town. And my boyfriend doesn't trust me, and he's been very clear on that. He doesn't trust me. I think me driving Uber for a while, and the whole, like, I'll take this stripping thing out of the equation, and then maybe that'll, you know, probably help the situation. I think me not stripping anymore is really going to help my relationships, or my relationship. And, I mean, of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, just because he doesn't care, he doesn't judge me for it, doesn't mean it doesn't bother him. He came to the club once. He came to the club, and I was just like, I had made my money for that night, and I didn't really feel like working anymore. And so I was like, why don't you just come to the club, sit with me all night, and waste my time, you know? And he was like, okay, cool. And so he came in, and we just sat down together, and we watched the stage, and he was just like, I hate it here. I hate it here. How can you stand this? How can you be here? This is disgusting. How are you here? Like, and he just was he hated it. And it was kind of, I hated him being there. And I was just like, I hated being with him there. It was awful. It was really awful. It wasn't fun at all. It wasn't fun or sexy or intriguing or anything like that. It was awful. Just a total nightmare. And so he's been wanting me to quit, and he's been really encouraging me to quit, and he's been really supportive in any other ideas, like trying to find me a waitressing job, trying to find me, you know, he helped me get this job at the comedy cafe and stuff. Like, he's been really supportive, just super supportive. And I'm so, and, you know, thank God for him, you know. And I'm trying to keep up my end of things, you know what I mean, being a good girlfriend, and by really just trying my best to take care of him, you know. And but I just feel like he does, I don't know. It's hard being with somebody when they can do so much more for you than you can do for them. But anywho, so Rachel and I went out, and then so we got to talking, and then this guy said that he can find me a job at a restaurant that he works at, and that they're looking for people and stuff. And so I was like, oh, well, thank God for this guy. And so I was just like, you know, kind of, yeah, so you can find me a job? Like, you know, oh, that'd be great. I really need a job, you know. Oh, I'm the poor me, you know, like, I need a job, you know, just really putting it on. And, yeah. And then, so we went back to his place. There was like an after party at his place. There were all these people here, or all these people there and stuff. And so he and I went out on the balcony to smoke a cigarette and to talk. And he tried to kiss me. And I was like, no, I have a boyfriend. And, yeah. And I tried to be nice about it and stuff. But, he did not take it well, guys. He did not take it well. It was, he kicked me out of his house. He kicked me out of the party. he was like, oh my God, why does this always happen to me? Whenever I fall for a girl, and blah, blah, blah. And so it's like he fell in love with me. He was drunk, and it was the bar. No, he's fine. Don't worry about him. He's fine. Totally fine. He's fine. Maybe he'll think of me every day for the rest of his life, but you know what? Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll forget about me. Maybe he won't think about me ever again. Okay? He's fine. Anyways, so I thought this was hysterical. I thought this was funny. I thought this was just like, oh, another day in the life of Caroline, you know, and so I told my boyfriend about it, and I was, he didn't react well. He was not very happy with me. He was like, why are you out talking to other guys and going to other guys' houses? Why are you doing that? And I don't know. I was just having fun. You know, that's just, I'm sorry. I thought I was just having fun. I mean, come on. It's an adventure. You know, you have to make your life exciting. You have to keep people on their toes. You have to play your part. You know? Everybody has a part to play, and I'm doing the best that I can. What was I gonna go do? Like, I could have gone out partying and had a great time, broke some guy's heart, laughed, you know? Or I could just sit at home all night crying. You know, what am I gonna do? What are my choices? You know? I don't want to sit at home all night crying. I don't know, and I think a friend of mine, she cheated on her boyfriend who was a Navy SEAL, and he went away on a mission or some sort, and she had no idea how long he was going to be gone, where he was going. She had no idea about nothing, you know. And the same week, days later, after he shipped out, she cheated on him. And I don't know, I mean, am I doing that because I kind of, like, I want my boyfriend to get jealous? Like, I don't think so. I don't. Like, I really don't think that way. I just kind of went with things that night, and things went in the direction that they did, you know, and I was being opportunistic. Maybe that's poor character on my part, that I was flirting with a guy to get a job. But at the same time, I don't want to drive for Uber. Fuck, I'd rather work at a restaurant. But it'll be okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to drive Uber, and my boyfriend is going to see how hard I'm working, and everything's going to be okay. He's forgiven me, by the way. He's forgotten about it. And I wish he trusted me, though, and I need to be better. I need to be more trustworthy, and I need to be more self-aware, and I need to think about things more before I do them. I don't think that he's being unfair with wanting that from me. Anyways, that's my vlog for today. I don't have much else to say. But that's been my week, and yeah. All right. Have a lovely day. Bye.